You are listening to Single Smart Female. This is Jen, explaining the possibilities in your love life and examining your mantourage dating experiences. I am here to help you do life and love on your terms by tipping the scales of love permanently in your favor. So don't forget to text this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends, and let's get started. Howdy, single smart female. It's your romantic fairy godmama coming to you today with a single smart female listener question, all the way from Kentucky. Now, Miss Overly Understanding writes, Dear Jen, how do you keep yourself from being overly understanding when dating? I find myself ignoring things I know aren't a perfect fit for me because I don't want to be judgmental or shallow, etc. But these little things often add up to roadblocks at some point. For example, I went on about 4 dates with someone who didn't totally blow me away, but for shallow reasons. He was shorter than me, slightly too hipster for my taste, not communicating as strong as I prefer, not taking the lead on certain things like words of affirmation or physical touch, etc. Because the in-person convos were so great and we had a lot of similarities, I kept rolling with it. Now things have gotten really awkward and we ended things, and I find my feelings hurt that he didn't like me even though I wasn't blown away by him either. How do I have higher standards, trust my gut, and not justify everything away because I don't want to be too critical of someone I don't know well yet? Okay, Miss Overly Understanding. I'm going to start with the fact, and this isn't going to feel good. You're not overly understanding at all. And you are being very critical even when you're actively trying not to be. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, the fact is that you were judging him for some very shallow things, like you said. And yeah, you went through the motions of going out with him. But now I have to say you're actually pissed that he didn't like you, even though you quote unquote gave him a chance. And your ego has been wounded in this. And I get it. I really do get it. But we have to call it for what it is. This isn't you really truly being overly understanding or anything else like that. Because this is a man, you told me something really, really critically important. You said that the in-co conversations were awesome. Were so great, in fact, is what you said. And that to me tells me that chemistry there is possible. Now, am I a huge fan of hipsters? Nah. Skinny jeans really do something in my head. Mess with my head quite a bit. And not in a good way. It mess with my head, not my kind of head. But here's the thing. All the things that you mentioned, those things can change over time because their tastes change over time. And you still could have become insanely attracted to him, even if he's a little bit shorter than you, even if he's a little too hipster, even if his communication wasn't as strong as you prefer. Hell, my husband's communication, for that matter, our first Valentine's Day that we were dating at the same time, I got a MySpace message. I'm really dating myself right now, but I got a MySpace message that said, Happy V-Day. That was it. No signature, no nada. That was it. And things, of course, were able to evolve, but it's really challenging for things to evolve, which is why things got awkward, because what it sounds like to me is that you don't have an active mantourage. So there aren't different types of guys that you're exploring. And no, this isn't about you not having good enough standards. Your standards are fine. Your standards are probably in a really good place. This is about you learning to open up to life and the possibilities in love, okay? Which means actively mantourage dating. It means exploring different options. Does it have to be 15 men? No, you can explore a few different options of different men that you want to try on, okay? And this is a really great, it's not even just a concept, it's a really great basis for continuing actually dating, learning to make dating fun, and then not feeling super triggered if a guy decides, or the two of you decide together, that, hey, it isn't a good fit to continue dating. Okay, it is okay that he doesn't feel that connection because obviously you were already judging him on many pieces. And I really think it's time for you to, when you decide to mantourage date, is to really give each man that you go out on a date with an opportunity meaning to have a great time with you. If something romantic develops, fantastic. But that's your first primary goal, is learning to be the woman who can have fun with almost any man. Now, there are a few exceptions to that. Those are things I definitely work with women on to make sure that they don't continue dating those guys. But those are not the majority. Majority of men are really, truly awesome. And we as women have decided that anything masculine, anything male, we have to find all the problems with it because it's got to be wrong on some level. And we're not just giving ourselves permission to have some fucking fun. Dating isn't supposed to be excruciating. It is genuinely, it genuinely can be one of the best times in your life. And it is also, as you learn to enjoy the process, it becomes a part of your life instead of something you actively have to do, like something you aggressively have to pursue in order to get to that destination piece of a relationship or marriage or whatever it is for you. It is something that you can incorporate into your life, and then all of a sudden, poof, magic happens. And what you desire is right there as you are exploring yourself through a romantic context and you're exploring different types of men. Now, if this guy didn't work out, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But being upset, and there is in your submission, there's an underlying level of being upset and being, like, how fucking dare he not like me when I gave him a chance when I didn't even think that he was this, or this, and this. This is something that's just time to let go. There's no point to it. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't protect you. It just wasn't a good fit, and the two of you ended up determining that together. So I'm going to encourage you to really reconsider what mantourage dating means to you, and definitely have standards, but I already think you have those. I don't think that that's in question whatsoever. And then ask yourself, if you're really giving yourself the opportunity to have a great time and enjoyment and learn, again, that chemistry is malleable. Chemistry is malleable. It may not out the first date. We always think that you have to have that insane chemistry from the first date. No, things can change. One of the things that you did have with this guy that was really important is that you had great conversations. Mental and intellectual stimulation is more important for long-term chemistry than anything else. Okay, lover girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show. Having good standards with men does not mean being overly critical of them. Overly critical women tend to have the hardest time in love and relationships. Be sure to open yourself up to the real possibilities in life and love through mantourage dating. Hey, lover girl, don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share this episode with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you are ready to stop pretending that you can indefinitely survive on scraps of his romantic attention, and instead learn how to mantourage date with your romantic fairy godmama directly, then come schedule your application interview at secretsocietyofAdoredWomen.com. Most women repeatedly fail in their romantic endeavors because they have the wrong guidance, no accountability, no romantic support system, and shit-ass one-size-fits-all dating advice that doesn't work for smart, successful women. Adored women, on the other hand, have me at their fingertips to help them brilliantly navigate mantourage dating with excessive laughter, giddiness, and all the right feels you've been craving. True love included, no batteries required. See you at secretsocietyofAdoredWomen.com.